Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School as we are back with junior high track today, as we have kind of went back and forth between a few things that we've done. Today we're doing the junior high track meet because there are only two scheduled home junior high track meets on the agenda for the Spartans. So we wanted to make sure that we got everybody another chance. They rained out yesterday, so the North Fulton and South Fulton teams were invited to come today. North Fulton took them up on that. South Fulton is not here. United was on the BPC schedule. Some conversation about some people not sure that it was ever on their schedule. So United is not here that was supposed to be here today. So what today was supposed to be was BPC, West Central, United, and Costa. What they thought it was going to be was BPC, West Central, United, Costa, North Fulton, and South Fulton. As it turns out, it's just going to be, if you can keep up with all this at home, folks, BPC, West Central, Costa, and North Fulton. That is who is here. So it was supposed to be 4 teams. We thought it was expanded to 6 teams. Then it ended up being 4 teams again. As it turns out, we don't have a whole lot of hurdlers. They've already called last call for hurdlers. They have no boys down there to hurdles. And they don't have a whole lot of girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 girls is all I see down there. And Miles is zooming in. We've got, of course, the same things kind of blocking our view around here, so we apologize about that. But maybe the 8th grade girls are sitting over at the pole vault. A couple more girls are heading down that way. So it looks like we're going to have 4 run in the first heat for hurdles. Again, how this will work, they'll run the girls' hurdles, 7th and 8th grade, and then they'll run the boys' hurdles, and then they'll move the hurdles off and do all the field events for or all the track events for the girls while the boys' field events are going on. Looks like they're going to do the long jump first. And Coach Mr. Sargent down there. And we do have the radio up here to talk. Seventh grade boys shot, 8th grade boys discus will be going on right now. Looks like 7th grade high jump and 8th grade long jump going on right now. So we're going to. Seventh graders are going to be in lanes 2, 3, and 4. 8th grade girls are in lanes 5 and 6. Looks like we're going to run them all at once. Miles, let's get on this, buddy. We're ready to go here as they're warming up. But again, it's going to be 7th grade girls in lanes 2, 3, and 4. 8th grade girls in lanes 5 and 6. So 1 heat, and that's it. I don't see – oh, there are a few boys back against the fence. Looks like there's 3 boys back against the fence. As Mr. Sargent is just ready to get going here with the first race. So what we're going to do is we only have the 1 camera because we are still short-staffed. If anybody at home wants to make a small amount of cash by running a camera at some of these events, or you have a kid that would like to do that or know somebody that would like to do that, email us at Hewlett Public Pro LLC or hewlettpublicpro@gmail.com, or you can message us at the TSSR Game Time Live Facebook page. As we're getting ready to go for the hurdles for the girls, all in one. 2, 3, and 4 are 7th grade, 5 and 6 are 8th grade. A couple of North Fulton runners and 3 BPC runners. North Fulton's going to get first and second, it would appear, in 7th grade. 3rd would go to BPC unless they're able to catch at the stripe. Does not look like they're able to. BPC will have the only 2 runners in 8th grade, so they will get 1st and 2nd in 8th grade. Miles is going to zoom over and see what we can catch of the long jump on the far side. Again, we're still a little short-staffed, so we'll have to bear with us a little bit. So they're getting ready to do 7th grade shot put as well. I'm afraid that the end zone goalpost may be a little bit in our way, but we'll try that a little bit later as we get ready. Both sides are warming up. They are going to take a little bit to move the hurdles back, and we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH as they're still warming up on the long jump as well. And be back right after this, a message from our title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards, or like circles, or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. Coach Schneider is going to get a workout today as all the hurdles in the near ground that you can't really see at the moment are getting moved back to the 110 hurdle distance for the boys. The one flight of racing for the girls, and it looks like we're only going to have one flight of racing for the boys as well. It's like West Central might have all the hurdlers in this session for the boys. Yeah, there's a North Fulton runner over there as well. I think it's North Fulton. It's either North Fulton or Costa. Scratch that's going to be a Costa runner, I think. They're both wearing black. Yeah, he's got a Costa uniform on, so he'll be a Costa runner. And North Fulton. Again, getting ready to go with the boys' hurdles. They're just about moved. They do have 4 competitors in the hurdles, the 110 boys' hurdles. Couple girls are going to go over and help hold the blocks for the boys. That's nice of them. The boys weren't nice enough to go up and hold the blocks for the girls. I want to point that out. I remember when I was track manager and we still had the cinder track here, and the blocks had spikes on them about this far. Seventh graders in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Lane 5 is the only 8th grade runner. BPC will have nobody. West Central looks like they've got 3 in the boys, and Costa's got 1.
Report to the south end of the track.
$1,600 getting ready to be called as the long jump's getting ready to go as well. They'll do the high jump after the long jump, I heard him say. And here we go with the boys' single 110 hurdles. 7th graders in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Lane 5 is an 8th grader. This is all the boys running hurdles today. And they're off. Pretty good form by the Costa runner leading the way. The 8th grader from West Central is in second. And one hurdle is down. West Central runner getting some points for his team. As you might remember Mr. Butcher talking about when sometimes you want to just get points, and that is what he's doing. So he got his team a 3rd place finish points in the hurdles. And with that, that'll do it for the hurdles. And now it'll take a while to get the hurdles off the track. It looks like they're getting close to being ready to go with the long jump on the far side. They are still warming up a little bit on the shot put. There's a BPC jumper, just made the first jump over on the far side that we've seen be measured anyway. It is quite a ways over there, but our camera's got a decent zoom. It's close-ish at least. The 100-meter dash runners are down and in staging. So we are, again, waiting for hurdles to be taken off the track. Slowly but surely, we'll get everything cleared off and get everybody back. Got some practice jumps going on the far end of the pit over there, but they don't count. Well, let's go. Looks like another runner getting ready to start. Here he goes down the line. That was a better jump there. I don't know. Looks like it might have been a scratch. They aren't measuring it. There is a board that you have to be before the pit edge of the board. You have to jump before the pit edge of the board in order to be a clean jump, and apparently he was a little past that. So a scratch on that BPC jumper. And there was a good jump there by a Costa, I believe, a Costa athlete. The North Fulton athletes will have a more of a red-backed uniform. Has a red stripe down the back. Costa will have red stripes down the side. That's about the only way we're going to be able to tell them apart, unless we can get them close enough to us to see the front of their uniforms. But for the most part, that's how we'll have to tell. So again, the Costa will have red down the sides. North Fulton will have red down the back. Two heats of the 7th grade. 1 through 7 in heat number 1. So there's 2 heats of 7th grade 100-meter dash for the girls. I've never noticed them rocking the hurdles to get them to, I don't know if that's a holding mechanism or what that is. I've never noticed that before. Have you, Miles? Did you notice him doing that before? You paid more attention than I did. Is that what you're telling me? You must have, because I didn't notice it. All right, we're getting ready to go. So, Miles, if you want to step away from the long jump for a minute and get ready for the 100-meter dash. Once again, there's 2 heats of 7th grade. 2 heats of 7th grade girls in the 100-meter dash. We don't have results up here today, so I'm guessing we won't get many results. I apologize for that. We'll be able to hear kind of what's going on our radio that they gave us, but we won't have a whole lot of information. Nice battle up front. North Fulton, 2 North Fulton runners and a BPC runner, very close, neck and neck as they work down the middle of the track. I don't know. What do you think, Miles? That was a 3-way, very close battle. Miles had a good view of it, as close as we could get up here. I want to say, oh, man, I don't know. From this angle, I couldn't tell whether it was North Fulton or BPC. So again, back to the long jump. That looked like a pretty decent jump too, didn't it, Miles? What we're talking on length there, actually, but it looked like a pretty good jump. Apparently the Costa coach is making a mark as to, I don't know what he went out there 1 through 7 on 7th grade heat 2. So there's 14 girls running in from the 4 teams. 7th grade heat 2. Here we go, Miles.
Call, girls, 1,600-meter run. First call, girls by 2-meter relay. First call, girls 4x1-meter relay.
1,600 meters being called, 4x1 being called, as we're trying to move through as quick as we can. Mr. Sargent's getting ready to fire them off here. Got one runner not in blocks. Everybody else is in blocks. Costa and North Fulton. 2 North Fultons and a Costa. There's going to be another good run down to the finish. Looks like North Fulton on lane 3 is pulling away a little bit. And then the Costa came back, I think. Costa might have come back to get the win there. North Fulton pulled away briefly, and then Costa came back, and it looks like Costa got the win. In flight number 2. Back to the long jump. There are a couple kids over at the high jump. We can maybe look at those guys next time. It's like Mr. Rotifer is there. A couple of West Central athletes there. Could try the shot put, too. It is actually going on right now. I don't know if we can see that through the post or not. It's the other one, actually. Goal post is going to be right in the wrong spot, isn't it? Discus is a little too far away with too many vehicles in the way.
8th grade girls, 100 meters.
One heat of 8th graders, 1 through 7, getting ready to go. Miles, we might as well. It's going to make people dizzy if we keep swimming around like that. Once again, 1 through 7, one heat for 8th graders. Looks like we've got all the schools represented, though. Oh, got a false start on the BPC runner in lane number 2. Mr. Sargent doing his thing that he has to do down there. False start on lane 2 from BPC. And she knew it. She actually went and just stopped. Everybody else took off, and she just waited. She knew she did it. I'm going to try it again here. And a better start that time. Out front, a North Fulton runner running away with it. Lane 2 for BPC in second. Lane 6 for BPC looks to be in third. North Fulton, a very quick time on the inside for the 8th grade. And that will be the end of the dashes for now.
Second call, girls 4x1 relay. You can report down here to the south end of the track. Second
Miles,
call,
see if you can
girls
see
4x1
through that.
relay.
See if what you can get that shot put through the post there. I know it'll be blocked a little bit by the post, but we'll see if we can see some kids throwing a little bit over there at least.
First call, girls 4x2 relay. You can also report to the south end of the track.
That goalpost is just in the wrong spot, isn't it? We can watch a couple throws, though. Go to your right, Miles. There you go. The pit is to the right, so you don't have to have all that stuff to the left to get a little more of the right. It'll be more goalpost, I know, but watch a couple throws there. Getting ready for the start of the 1600. It looks like there's only 2 runners in the 1600. Miles, you want to switch down to the 1600 start here? And just like that, they're off. We'll watch a lap or so of this and then kind of cut away if you want to, Miles, and look at some of the other stuff. As the 1600 has only 2 competitors, at least as of right now. I don't know if they have an 8th grade one too or if that was both. That's a Costa runner, I do believe, out front. BPC in second. Costa runner is making a very good pace for being a 1600. There's a Costa runner making good time here in lap number 1. BPC runner is in second. So we will, as they've got 1 lap down, we'll go ahead and watch some more long jump, Miles, if you want to. Just fade over there, and we'll keep you abreast of what's going on in the 1600 while we watch a couple long jumpers. Feet got out in front of him that time, and he was not able to get forward. Fell backwards on that jump, so not going to end up being as good of a jump as I thought it might be when he took off. Meanwhile, Costa runner still on a pretty good pace in the 1600. Got about a 200-meter lead on the BPC runner. Seventh grade boys shot put is already done. Kristen Graybill picks up the boys' 7th grade shot. 23 feet 9 3/4 inches for Kristen Graybill. Picks up the boys' 7th grade shot put win. And the Costa runner is a complete little more than 200 meters ahead now. As BPC runner finishes second. And Miles floats back around to find the Costa runner, working on completing her 3rd lap. She's about 500 meters from the finish. Right there's the start of the 100-meter dash, actually, so she's 500 meters from the finish here for the 1600. Meanwhile, long jump is getting close to being done, it would appear, on the far side. It looks like it is done. Everybody's walking away. So they'll come over to the long jump now, I do believe, is the bell lap coming for the Costa runner now. And they did ring the bell. That's the first time I remember hearing him ring the bell. Miles says he hears it all the time. Once again, the Costa runner now has opened up about a 300-meter advantage and is closing quickly on the BPC runner. And it's still the 8th grade boys going to shot put now. Should be. Looks like we've got 2 7th grade jumpers. And then the boys, 8th graders, will be coming to the high jump, I think. Or we weren't really told a whole lot of how this was going to work, but we'll. About a 75-meter difference between second and first now. And first is closing within 75 meters, I should say. Final lap for the BPC runner, but the stretch run coming for Costa's runner. She's going to complete the mile run and pick up a win for her team. And they are getting set up for the 4x2, I believe. Not a whole lot else going on right now as they're starting to switch jumps and so on. There goes a jump, actually a test run for a 7th grader over there. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer.
And we'll come back for the finish as the BPC runner is making the push to the end. Good kick to try to finish. And we are getting ready for the 4x100. 4x100 meter relay will be coming up next as they're still taking. Oh, they're actually making jumps now over in the far side. So Miles will get a look at that. And we're getting ready for the 4x100. So Miles will come over and watch the start of that. You might have heard the whistle. There ain't very many of them. 4 teams, it looks like.
Third call, 400 girls. South end of the track, please.
Mr. Rigg is here now. And there's the start of the 4x100. I think. Or is this the 4x2? This must be the 4x2, excuse me. That's why there's not very many teams out there. There's only one team. It looks like North Fulton has a team in the 4x200. And then they'll follow that with the 4x100. Again, running the 4x200 now. They are running in lane 3. North Fulton, the only team running right now. The 200-meter dash is a long dash. Not as long as the 400, obviously, but final leg of the 4x2. So many of these events don't have people in them. It's amazing to me. Comes back to wait on her time.
Last call for girls 400. Last call, girls 400. First call, girls 200. Girls 200.
Girls
Meet at the opposite side
400.
over the 200 mark, please.
Will be after the 4x1. 400 will be after the 4x1. And we're ready to go with that. They're not messing around on that stuff today, are they, Miles? And it looks like there's 4 teams in a 4x1. Look over at that first exchange zone. I would think that the Bushnell runner should be back a little farther, the first Bushnell runner. She ain't giving herself much room, it doesn't appear. First exchange looks good. And man, is Costa's second leg catching everybody. The offset is gone now, and Costa has blown ahead, and BPC runs in second and third. BPC closes now using the inside lane a little bit. Final leg coming. It's going to be close. It's going to be up to the final 2 runners here as BPC and Costa down the stretch. And they have a little trouble as Costa's runner is going to try and close the gap. He's got a long way to go. Short way to get there, but a long way to close up. Let's see if she's able to do it. She is not. BPC is going to get the win. In 8th grade, looks like BPC will get the win in 7th grade as well, as Costa gets second in 8th grade and North Fulton gets second in 7th grade.
Second call, opposite track, 200, please.
Looks like the 7th grade long jump is already done. They're throwing some shot on the 8th grade, it appears, or getting ready to at least. The high jump should be coming up in a minute, I think, unless it was already done. There surely was more than 2 little kids in the high jump, right? Surely. Miles agrees. There surely is more than that. They were small kids that were over there in both North Fulton, I think. So getting ready for the 200-meter dash now. As I said, Mr. Rigg is here.
200. Last call, 200 girls, opposite side of the track. First call, 800. First call, 800 girls.
Sorry, I think they're running the 400 first here, aren't they, Miles? 400, I think, is going up next, I think. We have 3 400-meter dash runners. So they are running the 400 next. I had them backwards. I apologize. They have a bunch of people over there, a bunch of girls over to run the 200. There's somebody getting ready to practice the high jump, Miles. Maybe we can. Here we go, getting ready for the 400 actually right now, so we'll watch that, I guess.
Second call, 800. Second call, 800. South end of the track, please.
Again, this is the 400-meter dash on the track now. They'll run through the gaggle of girls that are going to be running the 200 in a couple minutes. There they go through the girls that are waiting to run the 200. A Costa or a North Fulton runner. I didn't pay attention to where the red was. North Fulton runner out front. Got a pretty good kick still. Pretty decent time, I think, for that North Fulton runner. BPC is still in second. West Central is in third. And that'll end the 400. Want to watch a couple high jumps real quick, Miles? I think there's only 2 kids in 7th grade and 2 kids in 8th grade in the high jump, apparently. There's a clear. Another clear. I'll raise the bar. And we're getting ready for the 4x2 as Miles can stay where he's at for a minute here. As Mr. Sargent hasn't even found his way across the race, what would be football field, I guess, right? Both of them cleared on the first jump that time. So they'll raise it again.
First heat, 2 through 6.
Miles, we might as well go over and watch the first heat. Lanes 2 through 6. Again, this is the girls' 200-meter dash. And arm is up. We're about ready to go here for the first heat of 200-meter dash. Like lane 2 has closed up the gap on everybody except lane 5. Those are both North Fulton runners. BPC is in third currently. West Central is in fourth. And Costa runner in fifth. Well, North Fulton has dominated the 7th grade stuff, it seems like to me. It feels like it. How about you, Marshall or Miles? Hey, I got to remind me, since I said that to you, remind me afterwards to tell you something.
Second heat of 7th grade.
You'll find it funny.
2 through 6.
Yeah, you will. You'll find it funny. Two through 6 in the second heat.
Make this 2 through 7. 2 through 7.
Looks like the girl who just got done running the 400 and winning the 400 for North Fulton. Oh, that's a Costa runner. That was a North Fulton girl that won the 400, wasn't it? Red on the back? Yeah, so it was North Fulton. That's what I thought. Have our late arriving Costa runner.
Last call for the 800. First call, girls 4x4. First call, girls 4x4.
We got 2 or 3 races is all we have left here for the girls. They might get done before the boys' field events are done. Shot put's taking a little while over there. Here we go. Arm is up for Mr. Sargent. You barely hear him from over here saying, runners on your mark. So a good start by everybody. This looks like it's going to be a pretty evenly matched race as they come off the turn. Lane 7, who was the late arrival from Costa, is still in the lead. Costa's lane 6 is going to pass her. North Fulton in lane 4 closing. Costa looks like they're at least going to get first and second. They will. North Fulton will be third. And West Central fourth. I think another West Central was fifth. And the 200. Got one more fly to 200, it would appear. They start. Well, they're up pretty good on the high jump now, Miles, aren't they? They're up, getting up pretty high on the high jump.
Girls 4x4. Second call, girls 4x4.
We'll have to take a gander at that here in a second. Well, stay here, Miles. Stay here and see if you can get this.
8th grade, 326.
He's going to go in just a second, it appears. And he did clear it. Now we can go over there. The runners are getting ready to take their mark.
100. First call, boys, 100. Down at the pole wall, pit.
And the final flight of 200 meters is underway. BPC has one runner in this flight. North Fulton looks to be leading. That is the girl that won the 400 right there, I do believe. BPC is going to be second. I could be wrong, but was that the same girl that won the 400? North Fulton's got some speed in the dashes, that's for sure. Here you go, Miles. Check out the high jump. Look how high that is now. That's almost as tall as he is.
Last call, 4x4 girls.
Yeah, it's not much shorter than Mr. Rotifer either. You're right.
Boys, 100. Second call, boys, 100.
And he cleared it again. We keep going as we're getting ready for the 800, right? You have to have some intestinal fortitude to run a 1600 and 800 on the same day. You wouldn't be able to run an 8 meter. You could run an 8 meter dash maybe. A meter dash? That's a one step. You could do one step. 8 meters is like 8 steps. Could you run 8 steps? I don't think I could run 8 steps anymore. I might not even be able to run one step. So again, we're getting ready for the 800. Here's another high jump coming here, Miles. If you're still watching that, aren't you? You're all over that. All over it. I wasn't paying attention to what you were looking at. I apologize. Oh, and he got the bar that time. I'd like to see him stand beside that bar and see how much taller he is than the bar, because I don't think he's that much taller than the bar. Costa coach down there doing a little coaching as well. At least I think that's Costa. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it is. And we're off on the 800-meter dash.
4x4 girls. Last call for the 4x4 girls. Third call.
Well, that Costa runner is out to a quick pace in about lane 3, I think.
100.
Is that the mile runner that ran so quick? Yeah, I believe it is. She's already 40 meters ahead of the second-place runner.
First call, girls field events. First call, girls field events.
Looks like there's still a couple boys throwing shot put over there, but I believe they're done. One lap down, 1 lap to go. This time by for the Costa runner.
1600. First call, boys, 1600 south, end of the track, blue bench.
Bell lap. And the 800 coming to a close here as I was silent there getting the 8th grade winner for shot put. The 800 is complete. The 8th grade winner for boys shot put, Ethan Shields from North Fulton, 34-11 and 1/4. 34-11 and 1/4 for Ethan Shields. That's a pretty good throw. And BPC is going to get second place here. And either third or first, I don't know which, but here comes the North Fulton runner with a little kick at the end. BPC's runner picks up as well. This battle for third/first. I don't know if this is maybe the first two 7th graders or not. I'm not positive, but that's a pretty good finish. And BPC will get that, and another kick by the BPC runner. Going to bring BPC home with a second place finish, I believe. And getting ready to go with the boys 100-meter dash. Looks like we'll have 2 flights of that. So we're waiting for the boys 100. We'll take a short break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan.
Sorry about that, folks. Had to cut the M&B ad short. We'll go back to that, but we've got the 100-meter dash for the boys coming up already. Came off a little quicker than I expected. Seventh grade boys 100-meter dash. West Central runner that has won the first 2 times he was here is out front again. He will win. And he kept a shoe on.
Last call for the 1600. Last call 1600 boys. Last call for all girls field events.
Girls field events are getting ready to take off. Looks like we're going to do long jump and then high jump. The boys varsity baseball team's playing Monmouth right now. We would have liked to have been able to carry both, just unable to do so today without the help. Again, if you're watching and you're from Bushnell, or you come back and watch this video and you're from Bushnell, if you would know anybody that wants to run a camera occasionally, available by about 3:30 or 3:45 in the afternoon on most days, we would greatly appreciate it. So we're getting ready to go with the final heat of the 100-meter dash for the boys now. Mr. Sargent blows the whistle, looking for all clear from the finish line. And we are ready to go. BPC, West Central, North Fulton, and West Central. West Central is going to get the win. North Fulton is second, West Central third, and BPC fourth.
First call, 4x2 boys. First call, 4x2 boys. South end of the track as well.
Got the long jump going on the far side now. Don't think they're measuring yet. Just practicing still. Well, that's what you call going all in when you dive and fall forward. I was always too afraid to try to do the long jump. I was afraid I wouldn't make it to the pit. Couldn't clear the the pavement, the blacktop. Again, they're still making their adjustments. As we get ready for the 1,600-meter run for the boys.
Second call, boys 4x2. Second call, boys 4x2.
So getting ready for the 1,600, and what do we got? 3 competitors. Only had 2 girls. We got 3 boys, though. As the long jump looks like it's getting closer to going.
Last call, 4x2. First call, 4x1. 4x1, boy.
Last call 4x2. First call 4x1. I think we're going to roll through these pretty quick, too, Miles. As we're still working to get all the marks made for the girls on where to start and where to take off from. And a 1,600-meter dash or run is underway. Looks like there must be a West Central, a BPC, and a Costa runner, I do believe. Judging by where the red is on the shirt, I want to say that's Costa. Very close first lap here for these top 2 competitors in the 1,600. They're still not taking any official measurements in the long jumps yet, so we'll stay with the front 2. Don't look like they're overly exerting themselves for this point in the race. They're going to complete the first 400 meters. I would expect that Costa runner will either pass the BPC runner or tuck in behind. I wouldn't think you'd want to run in that outside lane all the way around. A couple feet farther out makes a heck of a difference in a whole span of things, and he does kind of fall back and get in line as he runs around the corner, it looks like. And he closes back up off the corner. Maybe he's going to try to pass him down what would be the backstretch here. West Central runner still in the 3rd spot. This could be a really good race. This is the the first time that we've done track meets. This is the third track meet we've done. This is the first one that the 1600 has had two people this close together. So they're going to come to the halfway point this time by. Be 800 down, 800 to go this time at the start-finish line at the end of the front stretch. I heard the coach say make a move, and he does. Right around the BPC runner he goes. Now he's going to make a little bit of a jump here. We'll see if BPC can stay close enough to have a stretch run at the end or not. They're still halfway, only halfway. And the Costa runner really taking off now, opening up a pretty good gap. He's stuck with the BPC runner for the first half. He has opened up about a 25-meter advantage now, I would guess, over BPC runner and still pulling away. And looks like we're getting ready, Miles, for the long jump. If you want to watch a little long jump while this is going on, we can keep you updated on what's going on in the 1600. First jumper, I think, coming right now.
Exchange zone judges for the 4x2 coming up. Exchange zone judge for the 4x2. Right after that, 4x1 exchange zones. Last call for the 4x1 boys. Last call, 4x1 boys.
As the Costa runner coming down the front stretch now, coming to the bell lap. Miles is going to pick him up as we just kind of float back and forth between everything that's going on right now. Costa runner has opened up about a 40-meter advantage now over BPC. West Central's runner is a solid 100 meters behind BPC. Bell lap, 1 lap remaining. We'll watch the Costa runner for the last 400 meters. See the Costa coach right there egging him on a little bit, telling him to keep going. He has opened up a pretty commanding lead over BPC. It would take a big kick in the last 300 meters or so to make a significant impact here in this lead. As the exchange zone judge for the 4x2, which is next, is finding his position over there. That's who the Costa runner just ran by a few seconds ago. Closing in on the final 100 meters for the 1600. .100 meters remaining. The Costa runner has a little kick left, it looks like. Costa runner will get the win here in the 1600. BPC coming back to finish second.
Call for the boys 4x1. Last call, boys 4x1. First call, 400 boys.
And the West Central runner is going to finish. Miles, let's
South end of track.
do the long jump here for a little bit. Maybe you can swing back and catch this West Central runner finishing the last 50 meters or so. And just scroll down and catch him as he goes by. There's the finish for West Central. Pretty good kick at the end. And you could have seen at the top of the screen the BPC jumper. Now go back over the far side. So getting ready for another BPC jumper after that measurement. You can stay on the measurement for a little bit if you want to when they do that. It's kind of funny in this meet how they have got groups of kids from each school in certain events. Have you noticed that? It's like before they were kind of spread out. It seems like they're in groups right now. Getting ready to do the 4x200 now for the boys. Looks like there's one team for that. Looks like it's going to be Costa. Moving pretty good here as the first leg of the 4x2 is almost completed. Good handoff. Costa coach in the infield, you might be able to hear him pushing his team. You have to push them a little bit when there's not anybody else on the racetrack running with them. So
Last call, boys, 400.
Second half of the 4x200, that exchange was good.
200 boys. First call,
working around
boys, opposite the track.
The far turn. Short handoff, but a good one. And the final leg is underway. Four by one will be up next. And that'll do the 4x2. We'll take a look at the long jump again. They have not done any high jump as of yet. I don't know whether that means there aren't any high jumpers or
are
they.
There? 1 and 3, please. Exchange zone judges, 1 and 3. We'll arm second call for the 200. Second call, 200. Over the 200 mark, please.
So I think the 4x2. The 4x2 kids can't run another relay, I don't think.
Exchange zone judge 4, ready?
Mr. Rotifer was not in position, but he is now. Looks like they only got two 4x100 meter relays. And they got the 200 meter dash coming up. One BPC team and one West Central team, it would appear, for the 4x1. Almost looked like the Bushnell Prairie City runner might have lost a shoe or something. He started to slow down like he was trying to save a shoe. And the BPC, not a good handoff there. Not sure if it was a shoe or a cramp. Looks like it was a shoe. Now BPC is closing now after a poor handoff.
Third call, 200 boys. Third call, 200 boys.
But the fastest kid in the place is running the anchor for West Central. And he will take off. And West Central will get the win in the 4x1. Now it looks like the 8th grade girls are getting warmed up on the far side over there. So the 400 is next, I believe. Then we'll have the 200. We didn't have any girls teams in the 4x400. I doubt that we'll have anybody in the 4x400 for the boys as well. We'll have the 800-meter run. Again, getting ready for the 400-meter dash.
This is the last call for the 200. First call, 800 boys. First call, 800 boys. Blue benches, south end of the track.
And the 400 is underway, and a BPC runner that started outside has got a big lead, but some of that should be eaten up as they go through turns 3 and 4. Looks like 3 West Central runners and 3 BPC runners here in the 400. And the inside 2 lanes of BPC runners have closed the gap on all the West Central runners, but nobody seems to be closing the gap a whole lot on the outside BPC runner, as the BPC runner has got one other BPC runner in lane 2 closing now. And the 400 is going to go to BPC, top 3 finishers. It's a good closing run. I don't know if that's Ethan McKim possibly that was the winner there. It was Ethan McKim, that's what I thought. So good run for Ethan as he closed a bunch using the inside lane down there and got the win. That'll do it for the 400. Now it's time for the 200 for the boys. So we've got 1 BPC runner. A bunch of West Central runners over there. As the long jump still going on for the 8th grade girls, I do believe.
Second call, boys 800. Second call, boys 800.
Looks like we do have a couple girls at the high jump now, so maybe we'll have a high jump.
7th grade boys.
We'll keep watching the long jump for now. Mr. Rotifer is just now getting over to the high jump, so it'll be a couple minutes before they do anything anyway. as Mr. Sargent has found his way over to the 200-meter. Looks like we will have 2 flights of the 200-meter dash. And the 200-meter dash first heat is underway. This should be the 7th graders, I do believe. West Central, West Central, West Central. BPC running in second, though. It's 3 West Central runners.
Last and final call, 800 boys. First call, boys, 4x4. First call, boys, 4x4.
I don't know if we'll have a boys 4x4 or not.
8th grade lanes, 4, 5, 6.
Lanes 4, 5, and 6 for the 8th graders. As we do have a little high jump going on as Miles has found his way to that. Mr. Sargent has his arms up for not so quick there, Miles. Poor people at home are going to get sick and throw up. I'm asking Miles to do a lot today, so he's flopping around all over the place. We're just trying to get as many faces and actions on camera as we can for you today, folks. Not sure that we'll get to do the last home game or home meet for junior high, so we wanted to make sure we get as many kids on as we can. Yeah, the Muggs McGinnis relays coming up. We'll have that for the high school. 3 West Central runners, is that what we got here? And they're pretty close together off turn number 2. How about a West Central runner wins? Good run there for the 8th grade squad from West Central. And go back to watching some long jump or some high jump or like a VPC jumper over at high jump, so we'll stay there.
Second call, 4x4. Second call, 4x4.
So the 800-meter run, I think, is next. There's a clear on the high jump. Let's watch the long jump for a little bit now, I guess, while we're waiting. Miles said he'd rather be up here in the tower with me. Now he's wishing he'd have stayed down in the bleachers. Well, how many runners we got for anything that's left for the boys? Got the 800 meters and the 4x4. I'd think we'd have a runner or two in the 800, but I don't know if we'll have a 4x4 team or not. Here comes a Bushnell jumper on the long jump. And that looks like we might be about done with the long jump. Maybe not, though. We'll see. Here comes another Bushnell runner. No, yeah, Bushnell jumper. What do we got down here? 3 800 runners, 4 800 runners. Costa and 3 Bushnell runners, it looks like. Hey, Miles, why don't you look the high jump one more time here, and then we'll do the 800 after that.
I have results for 7th and 8th grade girls shot put.
So the 800 is the bell lap coming for the 800 for the boys. Costa runner again at your leader. Bell lap is underway. Let Miles watch the high jump. Is getting ready to try to clear another height for a BPC jumper. Hopefully get that jump in and watch the end of the 800 as well. Couldn't quite clear it. Now all the way over in the start of the 200 is the Costa runner working to complete the 800-meter run. I want to tell you that Olivia Noble from Costa won the 7th grade shot put, 22 3/4 on a throw, and Alexis Gallagher from BPC won the 8th grade with a 19 feet 6-inch throw. And the 800 coming to a conclusion here. Three BPC runners yet to finish. First one, or the second place finisher, which is the first BPC runner to finish. It looks like we do have one 4x400 team for Costa as well. Still got some jumpers jumping over at the long jump pit. Hey, Miles. Got one more BPC runner getting ready to go at the, or jumper going at the long jump pit. And we can catch the finishing of the 800 maybe here as well. Here's the jump for the long jump. And the finisher for the BPC 800, last finisher. Good kick. And as I said, we do have one 4x400 team. That is Costa that's going to run the 4x400. The high jump is done for the girls. There was only one high jumper, I think, was all the teams brought. Long jump still going on the far side, though. There's a few more jumpers over there to go yet. So we are waiting on the start of the 4x400. Arm is up. We'll get ready to go for the 4x400 here. Runner, take your mark. And the last race of the day is off. And it looks like we only have a jumper or two on the far side left to go as well. They are doing the shot or the discus for the girls yet. Again, final race of the day on the track now, 4x400. Costa, the only team in the 4x4. They are also the only team in the 4x2. And the first handoff is good. As the long jump still going on the far side. Thought they were about done. I don't see any BPC jumpers going, but it's like North Fulton and Costa jumpers going right over there right now. Costa runner on the track right now. He's the second leg of 4 for the 4x400. Third leg underway now. And the long jump is completed now, so the only thing still going on is the discus and this 4x400 meter relay. We are one leg away, 1.5 legs away, I should say. third leg is nearing the final 150 meters or so. And the final leg about to be handed off. Final 1 minute and 10 seconds or so of running here today, as this is the final leg of the 4x400. Lost him behind the bushes for a moment. And the final race of the day is in the books here at Bushnell Prairie City High School for the junior high meet. Girls discus is still going on as we speak. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to junior high track. As I said, the only thing left going on is girls discus. We're a little ways away, but we can show you some throws as we get ready to complete things here for the day. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll just leave this on here and let you watch as we move the camera a little bit during that commercial break so we could get a little bit better view for you, and actually turned out to be a pretty good view. If we had a little bit longer lens, it'd be a little better, but people are staying out of the way, so it's not too bad. A Costa thrower there. Again, all the boys' events are done. All the girls' events outside of discus have been completed. West Central thrower now. So we'll stay here for one rotation of this, and then again, we want to thank everybody for watching. Thank all our sponsors for helping to bring all the TSSR Game Time Live events to the airwaves. Once again, the discus going on right now. Girls discus is the last event of the day. So we've got a BPC thrower getting ready to throw over there, getting in line anyway. And here comes a BPC thrower over at the discus. Once again, we should have a broadcasting team. They should help me. That's what they should do. That's going to be my theory anyway. A couple more throwers left, it looks like, over there. That was a West Central thrower. It's like another West Central thrower getting ready to go now. Still hear people cheering occasionally, so for some of the better throws over there. And that must have been the best one. That was got a big clap. Saved what appears to be the best for last, maybe. So that looks like that'll do it. We'll take a break and be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And if it wasn't done, it would have been done for us because a school bus parked right in front of the discus. We wouldn't have been able to watch anymore, even if there was any more to go on over there. So that'll call it quits for the day. Thanks, everybody, for watching us. We're off tomorrow. We'll be back Saturday at about 9 a.m. It starts early on Saturday because there's prom. So on the Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel, you'll be able to see Farmington and BPC play a doubleheader starting at 9 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, I think it is Promenade. That'll be on Hewlett Public Pro LLC as well. Thanks for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for all our sponsors. We'll talk to you again very soon here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.